history and culture, dolls that wear traditional clothes. In a small village nestled between the rolling hills, there lived a wise old woman named Marla. She had a special gift. She could bring old wooden dolls to life. One Thursday, when it was time for her history and culture lesson, Marla introduced her students to the magical dolls that wore traditional clothes. First, Marla introduced Lili, a little red-haired girl from China. She wore a bright red dress called a xiangzam, with golden dragons embroidered on the sleeves and skirt. Her wide black hat sat atop her head, adorned with gold coins. Next was Juan, a Mexican boy who looked proud in his charro suit, a blue striped shirt and red pants tied at the waist with a wide, colorful sash. In his hand, he held a tall staff called a machete. Then came Fatima, an Egyptian girl who wore flowing robes adorned with beautiful patterns. She rode her camel through the sandy deserts of Egypt, ready to teach the children more about her culture. The next day, the dolls gathered around Marla again. This time, they brought their friends from all over the world, each wearing traditional clothes that represented their unique cultures. Together, they danced and sang songs from their various countries. They shared stories about their families and traditions. The children marveled at the beauty and variety of the world represented by these tiny wooden dolls. One by one, each doll introduced their friends from different places, from India to Nigeria, Brazil to Japan. They all wore colorful clothes unique to their countries and explained where their families came from. By the end of the week, the children felt a strong sense of connection with their new friends, the dolls that wore traditional clothes. They learned so much about the world and its rich history through this magical experience with Marla and her wise wooden creations. That weekend, the villagers gathered to say their goodbyes to Marla and her magical friends. The children hugged each doll tightly, promising to remember everything they had learned. Marla thanked everyone for their kindness and promised that she would return one day with more stories and lessons about history and culture. As she hugged each child goodbye, she knew they had learned so much from this amazing adventure with the dolls who wore traditional clothes. The next morning, the villagers woke up to find that Marla and her magical friends were gone. But they knew that they would never forget their incredible adventure with the dolls who wore traditional clothes. From then on, each child made an effort to learn more about different cultures and traditions, always remembering the valuable lessons they had learned from Marla and her wise creations. The children learned so much from their experience with Marla and the magical dolls who wore traditional clothes. They gained a greater appreciation for the beauty and diversity of our world and the importance of learning about different cultures. And they realized that no matter where we come from, we all share a common bond, the desire to learn and grow.